Somebody gotta do it. Turn his TV off. Turn his TV off.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Well, in lieu of a full cast of Falcons soaring in the upper air here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, you've got one that does take to the skies before kickoff. That is the mascot, Freddie Falcon. And at ground level, here they come, a cauldron of Falcons. Hunter Jordan South looks ready for that opening kick. And Monday Night Prime Time is underway. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So out have the Falcons for their first possession. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
And even if he's still pretty early in his career, we know he is perfectly comfortable and settled into this spot as the be-all, end-all for this offense. Every time you take the field as a quarterback, you know you're gaining experience. You're getting more comfortable in the role. And as he goes forward, he tries to learn to take something away from each and every one of these moments.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 26-yard line.
On second down, Robinson. This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. It's 2 in a row. They've got third down now coming up. These guys better change up what they're doing on the ground here, Brock, because this defense has seen right through it these last couple of plays.
Yeah, we bang the drum all the time for staying on schedule. This is the epitome of being off schedule.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and you just know the way it goes. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here, he's got to play some clean ball.
Back-to-back carries here. He dodged the tackle, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's good for our Packers. First down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Green Bay.
First down now, ball at the 33. Love from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be contained after a modest gain to the 31. That was Xavier Watts getting in there defensively.
A gain of 2 brings up
Love now off the play action. Throw left side, complete. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets it done. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling-out process for rushers and blockers. They can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game, and that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
And this will force them to start inside the 20. That punt heads out about the 15-yard line. The Falcons taking the field for their second drive. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Escapes the defender. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
And the Falcons. First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
he'll never shy away from embracing contact on a play right up the gut. Come on. You know getting that toss in the open field is so much more fun. And on that play, certainly more exciting for all of us to watch, too.
And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
Air it out on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Packers taking the field now. Their second series of the game coming up. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Quick throw out wide by Love. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Fall forward, and I think you've got this first down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to the well again. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Packers.
Love out of the shotgun. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it's going to be 2nd down. Back to the air. Love. Setting up the running back screen. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Falcons going with a dime package here on 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Throw here, 3rd down. Continuing to dig. He's inside the 25. And he's finally stopped right at the start of that red zone. Down at the 20. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll give the Packers the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work. Help reset those chains.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
1st and goal, Green Bay.
They'll try and punch it in. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know how we hear about teams that quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal. Couldn't get it the last 2 snaps. Another shot at 6 here on 3rd and goal. Love now to throw. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
The kick by Roddy's good. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Has this at the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And this will be stopped after a nice 6-yard pickup there on first down. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Another carry for Robinson. Shoots away from one. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at first down here. Pass play now. He's got it at the 5. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons take a second quarter lead. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead.
7.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. On first down, they'll run. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on first. It's second down.
On the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They give it to him again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
Shotgun now for Love. Got his man. It's Golden. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him 8 on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
You know, quarterbacks aren't always the one dishing out punishment, but when they take it and they deliver a frozen rope, when they deliver a ball right on target just like that, and the respect factor grows hundredfold with the teammates.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Still at the 40 here, 2nd and 10. Love now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Savion Williams, the intended target. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. To the air on 3rd and long. Look at that power, deep left side. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing 4th down.
Fade as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
The
Falcons, running back John Robinson, getting set to begin another drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. A toss now to Robinson. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or...
The ball's out! The ball's out! He lost it! But it looked like the Falcons swooped in and got to that football. Yes, they recovered. They're keeping possession. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Gets this one to London. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Robinson on the inside give. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Diggs on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Robinson again here on 2nd. Continuing to move past the 45. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
2nd and 10 at the Packers' 42-yard line.
This time it's a passing play. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons now lead by 10.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
PAT effort coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons drive their lead to 11.
Falcons 14, Packers 3.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And they find themselves trailing by 11 as they take over down 14-3. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll run the counter. And he will finally catch up to it in just a second before he can reach that 40. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Another carry for him. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
There's a dive up the middle. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 26 yards there. And it'll give the Packers the first.
Gain of 26 yards. And the Packers 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. All set now. First and 10.
At the 15-yard line.
Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And that's going to be a gain of 8 on first down. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Setting him on the dive. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
From the gun, here's a handoff. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Love. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers make it a 1-score game in the first half. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and got 6 in the end.
Right on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers cut the lead down to 4.
Packers 10.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Man downfield, and he finds London. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out.
And the Falcons, first down.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down.
Taken down at the 41.
Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half.
And 2.
Falcons on top inside of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Staying with Robinson. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Looking right, and he finds him. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he cuts it back, and he's in! It's an Atlanta touchdown! The Falcons grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown!
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Kicking team out to try the extra points. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons drive their lead to 11.
Packers 10.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Packers offense headed out late in the half. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. Love with it on first down. Dumped off to his running back. Short pickup to their own 31. Jalen Walker firing over to take him down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Love looking to pass. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Love on 3rd and short. Has him on the quick hitter. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing again. Love. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Timeout taken by the Packers. Their 3rd and final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Short pass brought in. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Sticking in the air. Love. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. The Packers sending out their special teamers. Field goal coming. He cashed his first attempt, his second now from 45. The kick by Roddy's good. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Kid, I don't think there's any question. This is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, and it gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
And he's brought down just inside the 25. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Line up the design keeper. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. Our journey through the NFL starts now. In Landover, the Commanders at home to take on the Denver Broncos. And it's Ty Felton. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. 52 yards, touchdown. Next, it's the Windy City. We'll check in on the Bears. They're hosting the Detroit Lions. And here is the running back. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Bears even up their record at 1-1 as they get the win here. With that, we give you a look at the rest of the results from a very intriguing second week of the NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Packers returning their offense and this running back to the field. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
Hoping to help spring him for a bigger return, but he got Cox, and it lessens the return instead.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game, offense.
Some questions already after a disappointing kick return, and the penalty only serves to worsen their starting field position.
Still first down.
The play clock runs out. This will be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Some questions already after a disappointing kick return, and the penalty only serves to worsen their starting field position.
Still first down.
Play fake, it's Love. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Brings up second down.
Love from the gun. Dumps it off to his running back. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Third and long for him here. Big strike here to Williams. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Good for our Packers. First down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Packers.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Loves to throw again.
42-yard line.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
Xavier Watts on the coverage.
Once more, it's Love. Knocked away and hits the ground, incomplete. That brings up 4th down. The Packers send out their punting unit. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. The Falcons ready for their next possession. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
6 yards.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looking for Michael Pittman Jr. on that throw. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Oh, defender there to knock it away, and he's able to do just that. 4th down coming up.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. You got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Packers all set to get back out there. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
This one taken in by Kraft. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Shotgun now for Love. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. He gets him inside the 40. That's a gain of about 9 yards on the play. 1st down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Give now to the running back. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. We've got a flag down. I think this might be a hold, partner. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Love out of the shotgun. Completed to his running back. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. We've set it downs for him from the 31.
A gain of 9 yards.
Love now on 1st and 10. To the left, that's pulled in by Golden. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. So 20 yards on that play. And it'll give the Packers the 1st.
1st down. It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Packers.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
To the air with Love. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. Love now. From the pocket, looking for a target. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 17.
Here's Love. Setting up the running back screen. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. So for the 3rd time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. The kick by Roddy's good. And that gets him back within 5.
Listen, all he can do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, he's able to handle his 3rd field goal of the game and just inch them a little bit closer.
Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
Although Gilman on the coverage.
Back to throw. They'll try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play.
And the Falcons.
Now we're on with Robinson. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Falcon first down.
Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
He's going to throw it. Pittman's got it. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give the quarterback the numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Falcons first down. 1st and 10.
Another carry for Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 11-yard line.
Pass play coming here. Throw is caught. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5. Right up next to that line of gain.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. On 1st and 10, here's Love. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Every once in a while, sure, a pass to go for a negative yard. But lose that much, I promise you, that call will never come up on the call sheet again.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Love looking to pass. Into traffic, complete! And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
17 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Here's Love to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Packers football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th. To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Now Love on the play fake. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to the air. Love. Has him on the quick hitter. It looks like he's going to be marked just a little shy of that first down. Ball at the 41, third and short.
A 9-yard gain on the play.
He'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30. First and 10 from the 32. Here's a design run. And nothing was going to help him escape that. He gets hit for a loss. Second down coming up.
Send a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create the tackle for loss.
Love. Short pass brought in. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. All right, they need 7 here on third down on what is the 9th play of this drive. Pass is taken in by Golden. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
First down. An 8-yard pickup. And the Packers.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. It's inside the 10. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. We got a flag down. I think this might be a hold, partner. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Throwing, it's Love. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid third down.
16 yards on the play. It's now third down.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Desperation time here. He finds him beyond the marker. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal. They need the end zone here. They've got 4 chances at it. This is first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's in for the touchdown. The Packers down by only 2 in the 4th. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire...
And he's taken down. The defense maintains the 2-point lead. Well, they took their shot at the tie, but they'll need to manufacture another score in the time remaining now as that 2-point try is unsuccessful.
It becomes a little bit tougher to punch it in for 2 when that defense knows what's on the line, too. That's a spot where their hand was forced after the touchdown. They had to do their best to surprise them with the call. Easier said, Kate, than done.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down.
At the 25-yard line.
Gets it running the sweep. I love the call, Brock, but wrong situation there. The defense closes that sweep out behind the line. Let's see what they went with on third down. Here he goes, third and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up fourth down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline. And now their offense, gets a chance in a one-score game.
They'll just call for a fair catch here, and what incredible field position for them after that kick. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Big throw out line by Love. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
That's a gain of 6.
Love on 3rd and short. Got his man. It's Golden. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15.
23 yards. And the Packers.
Love now on 1st and 10. Completes this one to Kraft. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's not going to get in, but the drive will continue as he does get enough for 1st and goal. Now, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket. They're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. 1st and goal, they go option. And the defense holds him at the 2, Brock. He can't get beyond the line. Still a couple yards short of that end zone. Another chance at 6. It's 2nd and goal. They give it to him up the middle. And he's across. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a 4th quarter lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Extra point try is good by Wright. And the Packers jump in front now by 5.
Falcons 24.
Stout all set to send this one away. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Now here come the Falcons on offense. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. 7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
They'll work against the blitz. Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. 1st and 10 now from the 46.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons facing a 5-point deficit. Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Dropping back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 17.
To throw. And he got there in time. He's taken down. And that's going to make it just about worst-case scenario for this offense, Brock. It is 4th and long.
Every sack, every stop has just been like another nail in the coffin. And now there's only one spot for a nail left. This is their last chance. And that defense, well, they've got this crew on the edge of the cliff. Now can they go finish when it matters the most?
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Trying to push deep downfield. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
1st and 10 from the 32. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Offense is set, 1st and 10. And the receiver's good. Oh, he lost the football. And this is going to be Falcons football.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And they're very fortunate the turnover on downs and short field did not lead to points. They can thank their defense by putting a scoring drive together right now. Here he is to throw. Finds his fullback. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here.
Yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Packers make the play that should win them this game. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble, then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
Gave away a couple on the 1st down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. They're going to pass it here. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He's drawn up for him. Familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Okay, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
And it goes for a touchback, so time enough for 1, maybe 2 final plays here.
At their own 35-yard line.
He'll look to throw it. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory.